Hello everyone. I've never done the 1, 2, 3 punch. I have the regular envelope punch. So let's see how this one works out. I'm gonna have to open it up, and I got a little bit of different device to see if I can't get in it. It's all four. So let's see if we can get this out. Okay, as stubborn as all the rest of them. The 3 punch board in one. The rest of this is in different languages, so that's what it says, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, the book. I'll put it to the side and probably have to use a little bit of it in the box. Now this will be your metric. So if you're not in inches, you will need to replace. Let's open it up. You will need to replace it with the metric. I don't know if you can see this or not. This is your information. This is your envelope to make the envelopes, and this is the side. You decide what size you need, size card, and this is your paper size, and this is your guide. So all of these are different measurements for different size envelopes. The smallest is 2 by 3.5, and your largest is a 7 by 7. And this is your bows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different size bows. And we're going to do the extra small tonight. And in your boxes, I'll have to kind of read. I've read about it on the email that they sent me. It had the information on there. This is your box size. It'll do 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. That's your smallest size. And the size of paper you need is 6 inches square. And you start at the small, and the score lines is in small. So it's a little bit, it's easier than I expected. We'll see about that. The largest that you can make would be 4 by 4.5 by half. And that's 7 inches square. And that's your extra large. And you would go by extra large to navigate it. But let's get going. Let's see how good I can mess up. This groove is for your envelope. When you make it, you'll see me. I'll measure my score line, not the first one, but the second, third, and fourth will be measured here. This is it tells you everything. This is your bow guide. And this is your envelope score line, A and B. You can actually make a little separation to where you can, if you have a card that has dimension to it. I'm not going to do one of those tonight. Let's get busy. And the papers I've already pre-cut because I don't know how long it'll take me. So I'm doing the envelope with the origami paper from Mozart. And these 2 paper packs are from Tuesday morning. So both of these come from Tuesday morning. And this I ordered from Mozart. So I'm going to put them to the side, and we're going to start with the envelope. And I'm going to do, not the smallest, but next to the smallest, which is a 2.5 by 3.5. And the paper size is 5.5. And the punch guide is at, 2 3/8. I'll make sure I'm exactly on that line. You score. And when you look at this, this is your envelope score line right here. So it'll be right here. And that's where you'll score at. And I have to fiddle with it to be able to find it. And if I can't find it, then I go it this way. Now, here we go. Now you don't use this no more. You do not use 2 3/4 anymore. What you do is you take, and this guide right here, this is your groove, score groove. and you go into it, and you have it in the middle of that score right there, and you punch it, and you score it. Again, right in the middle of this right here. This will help you. See how they put this line here? That'll help you measure it, and that's what they told me. So you punch it, and you score it. There's no guesswork with this one. See, that lines right up with that one. You punch it, and you score it. I had never used this one, so you remember, this is my first time. Okay, that's got the envelope, and let me close this up. And this corner punch, well, it's not a corner punch, that's for box, and it tells you right here, I'm not that smart. It says box score line. Over here it says punch guide, but this is a corner rounder right here. And like I told you, I don't round the two small ones where your envelope is. I only need to corner round one, but I'll go ahead and do two tonight. It's got a nice corner rounder. That's really nice. I like that. And now all you do is you burnish down your score marks. So it's a nice little envelope. Now, so just a little dab will do you with this stuff. It doesn't take much at all. And what I would do is, it's what I prefer. I would take the scissors and cut that off. But it looks all right. And that is the envelope that we made. It fits a size, 2.5 by 3.5. That's what we just made. So it makes it just like all the others. It's a little bit easier because you have that guide right here, and that keeps you more in line, where the other one you kind of guess at it. So that's pretty good. All right, we're going to go to the bow. And like I told you before, it might be easier to show in the book. All right. Here's the bow measurement. We're going to do an extra small. Yeah, I think you can see this in a little bit better. We're going to do an extra small bow, and the width is 1 inch, and the length is 6 inches. But you have 3 pieces that you have to cut. You have to cut one 6 inches long, 3.5 inches long, and 1/4. And the width is always 1 inch. And you punch guide is A, and I'm gonna have to look. Oh, okay, I see now. Your first punch is 3. So your punch guide will be 3 inches on the first one. So I pre-cut, and this is that pretty paper from Tuesday morning, 3 inches. Perfect. See, that's your 6 inch. We done that and scored at 3. But this is your 3.5, and it's B, and you score it at 1 3/4. So 1 3/4. There it is right there. I'm gonna make sure that I have that right on 3/4. There we go. Perfect. Now, we're not through with either one of these. They have to have more done to them. But let me go ahead. Let's see. That'll be all the punches on that. But for your bow guide, on the large one, this is what you have to do, because the book says so. I've never done it this way, but this is what it says. And your first one, you have to come up here and punch. It'll be 4 punches. So this is your bow guide. Now, before I'd have to eyeball it. I can do this on the other punch, but you have more precision. So make sure you're going by that guide right there. It'll be a little bit harder when I flip it. And come up here. That's pretty good. All right. Like I said before, we had to eyeball these to do this. Make sure I go in there straight. There we go. Now, what we have to do with this is you have a center. There's a center mark. You are not going to be able to see this, but there's a mark right here and a mark right here. And this is your center guide for this. See there? So I'm going to put it in, and I'm looking at those guides, and I moved it. You can't move it. All right. There we go. Oh, get it in there straight. There we go. And that does your tail. And I'll just flip it. That felt better right there. I don't know why, but it did. There we go. All right, so we have that one. And if you don't mind, what was that? 1 3/4. I'm going to do a second one, and I have a reason for this, and you'll see in a minute. I'm going to try it. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to try it. Make a little fancier bow, and I'm going to center it. It's really hard to see them. They're the same color as this, and I wish they would make it black. All right, center in there. Yes. Now, and you'll see what I'll do. All right, now I need this bone folder, and we're through with the punch. So I'll just set that to the side. And to do I find it easier to hold my paper like this and curl it. Give it a right there. All right, here we go. A dot, and I come out with a glob on each side. That we can fix that. And you want to have that centered. You don't want those ends to show. Does that make sense? When you do this, you want to have that right in the middle of where that punch is. See that? You do not want them to show at all. And what I like to do is take my glue and meet the other one. If I can do it. There we go. Just hold it there for a minute. That's when I went and got my reversible. There we go. Let that sit for just a minute. And you'll see what I'll do. I made 2 of that B. I hope this is making sense. All right, put those to the side. This should be done now. And you just put, I didn't put the thing back in it. If y'all see me, well, I couldn't see your comments anyway. Goodness. And you want to get that centered in there. Look at there. All right. Now, what I like to do, about like that, maybe. Okay, so we'll put a little glue on here. Now, I do it a little bit different. I make these when I do them on the regular envelope. I make them a little bit bigger than this, but I just went ahead and copied what they said for that second one. And we'll put about right there. We don't want it to show, so better yet. There we go. This is your little top that was cut. What did they say? It was cut something. What did I cut it at? The bow, and it was cut 1/4. So this goes right in the middle. Now you could put heart or butterfly or a number of things on it. I hope I'm in. Now, I didn't get that real good. I don't like that one. It needs, I don't like it quite that big. So, I see some more of you on here. We're going to do the box next. I still don't like it, but I think it'll be fine. All right, now we'll put the little glue on here. And I'm going to remember to take and wipe that off with my fingers and put this pin back in there. Now, there's our bow. It's different. I don't know if you like it or not. Katie, you're still watching. There's some more on here, but I can't see who they are. The regular punch, that's what you get. With the 1, 2, 3 punch, that's what you can get. And you can put like a flower or a butterfly, anything you want on them. But they're cute. They're made of paper. Remember that. They're just paper. And I could put a little bit of glue on here, but they're pretty sturdy, just like they are. But I think that's kind of neat. So, that's the difference. 1, 2, 3 punch and a regular punch. All right, now we got the box. And I told you that my box had to be 6 inches square for the smallest box size. Start line S, and that's on your score line. And we'll see, that says C. I hadn't even looked at the time. Since it's lupus month, lupus awareness, I'm wearing my bracelet. My niece sent me hope and the symbol for lupus and strength. So we're going to put it on here, and it's the small. And my understanding from the book, from their email, the box, yeah, they explain the box here. And the box, you put in whatever paper size you have. If it's small, medium, or large, or extra large. So you have small, medium, large, and extra large. And on this side, you have the same. So you don't have a score. You don't go by this up here. You go by these. And you have to punch it and score it in 4 places. Or really 8. You'll see. All right. Score it. Get sit back down. And I hope I do this right. That's the small. So we'll go up here and we score. Put it in there and scored it there. Then I need to put it, oh boy, this paper is going to give me a hard time. All right. I used a thicker paper for this in the small. All right. That's got that. And you don't go by any of the measurements. You go by small. Small, medium, large, extra large. You go by the, we're making a small box. So, now, score. It's hard scoring with my right hand, but I don't want that paper to move, and I can hold it better with my left hand. But I can't score good. All right. Boy. Okay, and a small. And we move it again, small, punch, score line. I love puzzles, so this reminds me of puzzles in a way. You know what? I could do this a whole lot better left-handed. There we go. And you turn it, small, punch, score. 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 Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we got all those done, and what it tells me is to flip it. So you flip it and you put it on the small, and all you do now is punch. You don't score it. you punch it. So punch, small, punch, small, punch, small, punch. Now, we're supposed to make a box out of this. Oh, I have to punch it for the box size, and they said I'll put it in here, and it makes some type of little design. And I've never done this, so y'all just bear with me. And you do this on all corners. There we go. All right. Okay. I know how to do the other. Not much paper waste. Very little paper waste. I don't want this all over the place. Let me throw this in the trash. We got to burnish these, all these score marks. All right. I hope I'm in view here. That. Okay. I think I got it now. All right, now from my understanding, to get this box to work, fold these in. So my understanding is you pull these up. Really? Okay. This isn't the We Are Memory Keepers. It's me, guys. All right. I'm trying to... Now for my understanding, you put this in here. All right. Then you raise this up. I'm all thumbs tonight. There we go. It's almost there. There. We made a box. If it was me, I wouldn't do this. They have another one I saw. Where is it? Right here. It's the same thing, but you use a punch and you put paper, you put like a thread in it. And I'll figure that one out too. I think it would be real pretty. Do you see the bow? See this? I think that would be a real pretty box. But they said this was the simple one to do for your first box. So that's the 1, 2, 3. And we made the bow. We made the envelope first, the bow, and the box. 1, 2, 3. And it really wasn't that bad. You know, you have a lot of directions in here. It tells you about the different boxes. But you can do more than just these on here. You can do a number of different things with this punch board. They show you the envelopes, and you can also do liners for your envelopes with these too. Let's see, different size bows. It does extra large bows. And you saw the bows. The bows were easy. They're not hard at all. It's got the center, and it's not hard. You just have to cut the paper 3 different lengths. And the box, and they suggest doing a medium, and I did a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. So that's, and I used a vinyl type. That's what this is. It's more of a vinyl. I shouldn't have done that with this because it has to be scored. So you score it a lot. And let's see what else it does. You can do, this shows you the liner, the lining the envelope. See, again, and it shows you how you make it. You just make another envelope, but then you cut it. And when you cut it, you have enough for 2 envelopes. And the ones on the side that you cut away, these parts, that would be for a small envelope, so you would have enough for 4 actually. Then you have the box that you can do with the ribbon. I think that's real pretty. And you can do coin envelopes. That kind of reminds me of the pocket envelope that we'll be doing before long. That's another one I've never touched. You can do file folders, cards for file folders, and they have all the directions. So if you get this punch, make sure that you keep this book. But if you don't and something happens, let me know. Let me know, you know, what you think about it. What are my thoughts? I could do all of this before. See, this is your regular envelope maker. And it's a tad shorter, not by much, maybe a ½ inch. Yeah, I would say that's a ½ inch. And it's a little bit wider, not by much, up here at the top. But you saw the different punches. You have a real nice corner rounder on this one. If I was going to buy one, I would go ahead and get the 123. As I bought this one with myself, but they sent me. We Are Memory Keepers was sweet enough to send me this one, and I like it. I actually may turn around and sell this one, and you know, I'll think about the other one. I may have a giveaway too. So, but let me know your thoughts on it. And I really like the bows. I think they come out real cute, you know. So, but it's, like I said, you can do all of this on this one. You just have to know the measurements. The measurements are not on here. The only thing that's on here is for the envelopes. The measurements, they have all of them on here. All your measurements for envelopes, bows, and boxes. So, that's the 1, 2, 3 punch, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. It's not new. It's been out for a good while. I enjoy punches. Anything to do with paper, I enjoy them. I have, you know, people ask me all the time, but you have a die cut machine and you have a, you know, a Big Shot and you've got so-and-so. Why do you want these? Because they're great to take to class. They're wonderful. You don't want to load up all those big machines to take to a class and teach. These, I don't mind loading up and taking to a children's class or a senior class. You know, they're easy. They're light. I mean, they're not heavy at all. So that's the reason I love these punches. And I guess I'm a collector because I have enough of them. Lord help me. I've got a ton. But, and I use them. I use them for class. I use them for myself. You know, but I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep crafting, everyone. Bye for now. And please stay safe. Bye-bye.